I don't know what's wrong with me. I did not work out today. I missed my class this morning because I was up all night thinking. And this clearly seems to be a theme, that when something is internally messing with me, I can't fall asleep because my mind is so active. And the thing the past few days that has been really eating at me is stability versus freedom. And I was so conscious about whether or not to share this, but like literally what the heck? Like, I literally made a video a few days ago about being authentic and doing what I like and just speaking my mind. So here we go, okay? I constantly have been going back and forth, and I think I'm making myself miserable because I don't know which one to choose. A part of me is saying you should be very stable in life and have a very traditional job, because that is, the thing to do. That's how everybody, I don't want to say everybody, but, that's the thing to do, right? And you could reap the benefits of that. But I really much crave this other type of path and lifestyle, which will allow me to have more freedom. And by freedom, it's how I define freedom. And for me, it's doing something I want on my own terms, having time and location freedom. It doesn't mean not working. It means working for myself. Those are the two things I constantly struggle with. I've worked in the arts, and the beauty of that is being contract based. So you do have flexibility in terms of not being locked into one environment. But the common theme is, it seems like I'm not really fulfilled or satisfied anywhere I go. And that's because deep down inside, for the past few years, my brain has been like, just do this other thing we really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it because what if it doesn't work out? Number one. And number two, what if I choose this route, but it doesn't pay the bills, right? So I constantly have to go back and forth, but I know if I want to do this side, I need to just 110% lock in and go, right? Versus to do this, again, you just lock into this one thing and go. But I keep going back and forth between the two, that I feel like I'm not really progressing in both. I mean, I'm progressing in both, but at a slower pace. Whereas if I just put all my energy into one thing, I'd probably go, whew. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, you just answered your own dilemma. Okay, see? That sounds great and it makes sense. So what's wrong with me? I'm afraid that it's not going to work out. And then what? What do? Then I have to rebuild myself here, which is fine to do because I know people do that all the time. But I also fear wasting time. What if to my definition of freedom, which would be working for myself, and it just doesn't work out, and I spend a year doing it, or 2 years, or 3 years, etc., 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 then what? I've wasted all this time, and while I'm doing this, I need to still sustain my life and pay my bills, so I'd still need a cushion, which would mean I go here. But then that means however much I save from here is going to give me a time limit on how far I could go here until something happens here. I think I'm just really fucking scared. I'm saying this, and I feel like someone's gonna watch this and be like, you're just such a coward, just do it. You're right. You know what? You're right. I am just a coward. Because I don't know how I'm going to pay for my bills. But what? See, it's always but if. But I'm thinking of a but if that has to do with the future. I just said that. My brain's like, yes, but what about literally if we stopped everything right now and just only focused on this side, right? Over here, and just going 110%. I'm like, what about this month's bills? I feel like I'm going in a circle. So I should just do the thing, right? And so what if it doesn't work out? I want to do the thing so bad. I want to do this, but I'm just afraid. Oh God. And what if the time that I spend here, what if I could have just used all that time to grow here? And then if I like commit, let's just say 1 or 2 or 3 years, what if I'm like, I can't get that time back, but by going back and forth, I think I'm still wasting time because I'm not 100% like all in on either side. I keep going back and forth and a little bit here and a little bit there. And okay, it's like really been on my mind because recently I've come to a place where I've had to make some tough decisions. And I just don't know what the right thing to do is. So it's like, I just keep going back and forth. And it's so sad that like this big decision on what I want to do like is so based off of money, because money is the thing that makes this world go round. And we all need it to live and stuff. I take that back. Is money really the problem? No. It's my ability to make a decision and stick to it. That's the problem. I think this has been a really big issue. I've probably already said that. This has been a really big issue, going back and forth, not knowing which to choose. I know this is unrelated to my challenge, but I mean sort of related, because this also, I guess, affects my self-worth, because the whole point of this challenge was to, improve the way I feel about myself and my self-worth. I just feel like there's something wrong with me because I just can't commit. I feel like there's something wrong with me because I don't have it figured out. I think there's something wrong with me because, like, why can't I just, like, shut up and just do the things that everyone else is telling me to do over here? I've tried again and again and again, and it's clearly like I want to be over here. So I could see that. But again, a few days ago, I literally said I would be more authentic in myself. Okay, so let's recognize I want to be here. So then what's wrong with me that I just can't go full force into something that I want? Maybe it's because it's new and there is no exact blueprint to do the things on your own term. And maybe it's scary when you do things that are new. And in my head, I'm like, will it even work out? Or will I just like waste my life or time, not my entire life or time, and then I'll be behind in life? And I feel like I'm already behind because I can't choose one. So maybe I'm already behind anyways. But again, like, what are we defining behind as, right? Okay, my definition of being behind is having financial stability, career stability. That is how I'm defining being behind. Okay, if I would say something positive about myself, I've tried a lot of things that have not become successful, but I've learned because at least I tried those things. Okay, and I've gained skills. And within my time of being, and with the extra time I had, I was able to try so many life experiences. I don't know why I'm doing this on both hands. So really, I have to stop saying that I'm behind. Because it just depends on how we're defining being behind. I have a lot of experiences. Because perhaps to someone else, the way they define behind, I wouldn't be behind. I would be ahead, right? Okay. I don't know. I think maybe the only thing I can think right now, like, I really just want to go 110%, but I still have to pay my bills, so I still have to have this in my life too. But once I'm in a position to do so, just to come here, I've told myself this before, but it just didn't work out the way I hoped for here, so I had to come back here. But maybe, okay, then maybe that's just life. Like, maybe it's not you just do it once and it takes off, right? Maybe you have to keep trying again and again and again and again and eventually, and then it does take off. That's maybe what this path is. So it's like it's like round 3, round 4, whatever, like let's go again now. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what I mean. I don't know. Does anyone else struggle with this? This can't only be me. You know, is anyone else just conflicted and unable to truly pursue and go in on something they really want to do because they feel like they have other obligations and responsibilities? So although your heart is telling you just try this thing, it may work out. You're like, no, but I have to do these things because I'm an adult now and I have responsibilities and etc. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel better than when I started this video, but I told you I would honestly document how I'm feeling throughout this challenge, and today this is what I'm thinking about and this is how I'm feeling. Just very like conflicted, and it's like I thought it was better that I just share how I'm actually feeling instead of like pretending everything's okay and then just like being like, hey, let's do other things, right? So this is what's on my mind today, and maybe one day I will come back here and tell you I went all in on the thing and guess what, it's working, and I don't feel conflicted or scared anymore.